Sierra Leone is experiencing a high rate of child mortality. More than 14% of these deaths are due to diarrhea and cholera. This situation is partly as a result of inadequate water sanitation and hygiene services. According to Sierra Leone Ministry of Water Resources, the access of water services in urban areas is relatively high compared to the rural and small towns. However, there are large differences in access between wealthy and poor households and different geographical areas. The major water sanitation and hygiene challenge in Sierra Leone are the low levels of use of basic sanitation services, access to safe and quality water, and inadequate use of safe hygiene practices by children and their families. In Madina village, with a population of 70 residents, majority are under 5 children. This village is located 25 miles away from Makeni city, and most people in this community are farmers, and they depend mainly from their farming.
Mine almami sarawoli inom dina ambalishe bara matutu ka section e constine e ma soto kaka pitka sunom dina ampanga mant me isuno ne baki mder kati men soto mant ba e constine ati e boli surkom mant miye ta man baro week mant ba ka mun bens bleso to mant me fino tas ko ne ka sofa ta ka tim ko man soto mant and duman koso tamanti oboli di pong asta maman tama kamune ntikone ya pata rumun amos koso tomai oboli wati otase 1 miles awi dumas ko boli so tamantami ama boli mani takamuni so bepito e mama kayak kapat kabuko oboli di pong task peskin matila do shitingin so nkone do teko mas ko kuta man tamati ta sai bai ke maziyu sa ko kuta man tamati
mine ka da tu masari nom dina dei mamant moe no pokara suma trouble su pasha man song en fait en tout en bom hospital mo es ba hospital fati ama su pasha en fait mas kira ngado hospital en fait un peu place qui rang à l'homme belé un peu no fi ça c'est strain en panga kayak amants c'est bay mans mo brang comme nous ce strain yi de kayak amants noko sia ko ek brang kallam po ko bolo mo mas bas de écouter c'est strain ça ma ima ko fumpo le bota eroba maskuta mans mo shiwa cs bay mans mi mo sumunu.
Water sanitation has been a constraint. Currently, we are actually striving towards solving that problem. We've got organizations from the international body, non-governmental organizations, as well as representative from the United Nations, the World Health Organization, the World WHH per se. We have all of these organizations who are doing very well in helping to mitigate the water sanitation crisis. Because of lacking of good water sanitation, the death rate in this country is high. There are a lot of diseases all around. Cholera, diarrhea, you name them. Our country is suffering from water that is not pure enough for human consumption. We cannot get the pure water we need as human beings for our survival in this country. We depend mostly on imported water, especially for those that could afford by then.
Il faut qu'on m'a fait assas. Il faut m'a fait que lo sangar. Tama ima amansami. Kapeta ki matela nom dina. Sa c'est streno taser. Ah to baki. Mere kumko. Ni masor pa ko pori kot. Mo pori koti. Mananga sede ma ima amansami mu de yosu an streno ngati. Ba shi amansi sapi son koma. Tata tagabe ko de bungele kan ngants. Bomo ngants. Ke bashi ko bukene ko tsakira ko do hospital kalisto se tsebe ko do hospital la at ko tamro ant kofi kasde kalane tapu ka rebene of us year 1 year 6 months of us 1 year 6 months ta tsaketse ko botong ko tamro kofi also yengi kono 1 year bo raso pobeka kono so kaka so big angwampa ngamantsani ne so kono so ka so tamro kono so ko bomongants angara be kolera antamo so yepo los nga afeta ngara.
Sna challenge is but no petno. No man no e tsotsu. Afeta amba kikabom. A month. No man no e sutra shots in a month. Bad or uns connecta so wa mai. Kachin kama so ta month. Anang a little suno petno tasa. Safama. baby in school bulo back kirene mans ngbili worki ngbili work because ma baby yan ne man ruba so work ben ko ne ko sa man sumu kloma da di ta pi gbili ben so ni ka bulo kire man so gbili ben so ni ka bulo so ma udo ka bulo en ba kire buko baby ngbili ba man so muni so gbili ba man so buko yi ntu ba ke en deri so nge en tinka ne suno pitino en baby domino nunca am ka pitin 35 man so bolo ne suno so best bental kire man so mi boli sa e wonda mama use wonda ka ko ne rote ko lom o am ka me lo mare ko ne ka fumpo o yo no ban so ki bo mu mama ko ne bo kai ma ti lai rof an ko abo ko ka ula ngam ba fun da ka ma pi light o kin ko na ko son ko taso man chi la ka ko difu so a de lo mus ba ko no concerning na pa ngam san mo ko chok sufino en fait en tout kabo en fingar no pitu tamba tu kele mun ton wa ta man mo shoti nu o ka bom o bomongant o buto pole o boli no idum sorry that's it to my ka bomongant ko bon kolom ko de o ko lo fo e bai kam ba si ko non pa kire ko yi puta lo tu putasco fi.
When you take a critical look in the livelihood of the people, life of the people, you realize that there are lots of health issues. Sierra Leone is suffering from lots of diseases: diarrhea, cholera, malaria, typhoid, and most of these diseases are caused by the water we as citizens are consuming. It is very difficult for us to get access to pure water, quality water, sanitation. Reason being, the mentality and mindset of the people in Sierra Leone very low. We are experiencing open defecation on streams that runs right down to the dam that supply the entire country or some areas in the country. There are some communities, when you go into the interior, they don't even have access to pure water. They survive in boreholes. Some don't even have the boreholes. Some are getting water from streams. These streams have been contaminated by free defecation of human waste.
I have look in charge my sorry CHP. I don't work here for the 2 years. The most cases what we see at this hospital, malaria. That's number 1. 2, diarrhea. Because this catchment area, it covers 12 villages, so they can at this center. So all them cases they report under this hospital. So after all the report, even here again, every Monday, we come around and gather, we talk to them. We give health talks on this personal hygiene. Because we tell them, say, even when you change your pikin in nappy, you get for washing soap and water, clean water. By the pikin, if you don't begin beer water, because from 0 to 6 months, pikin enough for beer water. Only na bobi they get. And if you do so, you begin not to get diarrhea, in fact. You know, they even sick safe. By then, would they tell them back, if you feel say this begin the water, you don't pass 6 months, you don't begin beer water. You don't get money for buy grafting water, you boil the water. When you boil them, you dey pin am. Oh, not so the cold one, the warm one, you dey get am. When you don't boil them, you pin am. You get the white pieces there. You say, what's that fine? You sift that water, they cover am. Now you use for doing it.
Kallam Proma ko kutu di tasi da 1 mile. Di das go kloman be ki da 4. Bruma man be kan ko iro mo ko kutu kal karo. Kama man sam chewu. An ira dan so to di otsank. Kloman kam ko man kire ne misan ko diko. Apa no misan ko so malaria. So bibi wa to no ko ira rukan ta misan to diko kaso to bomman. Bibi so ta de malaria. Otsank ko kali.
Ya, kalau menang mau nak kali be, oh ya newi kalau ya kalau mau cara ride bike kita sok pas ya konsina, aku kutus, aku luk okara ang, beli kara ada suara ini suno shit, sama imamans. Setelah strain sabu mengang, aku tensamans sekarang mah, masuk kama pantai sebaik saya ida sebab fotane, sekarang kau tensamans.
No, sanste ngaman samia tasrus. Aipi moto na ipi ko makadire. Ndiri de mama brangoton no gut. Kera mon to be ngane ko makadir na pan de gut fa so gut. Das to no tordo rata. Na po belma baran po brans kalam bifo chane na gar bili gut mans.
But those living in extreme poverty are actually suffering from these challenges. When you go to when you go into the interior of Sierra Leone, you go into the villages, you realize that the people living in those places are actually not getting what exactly they need to get, especially in the of pure water. You go to slum areas, of course there you will find the majority of people suffering from getting pure water. Children are dying, not to mention women. Households are suffering from diseases. These are all results of the unpure water that people are consuming. So therefore, I think it is a call for everybody to come on board to see how best, in as much as sanitation, water sanitation, health, all of these are part of what the world wants to achieve at Against 2030. These are all under the Sustainable Development Goals. So I think it's high time we began to think how people come in to see or to remedy such situation.